So I think it's about. It's probably about submarines and
yeah, because
the depths of the water.
Look what they've done to our world. So this, I think this is like a water world.
No,
game.
wait, Dark Play. Maybe it's like maybe it has the kind of like Zelda Dark World, Light World thing going on.
I don't know. This could still all be water world. I mean, Dark Place teaming with fierce monsters. I'm pretty sure. Like, have you seen the stuff in the bottom of the ocean? That stuff's crazy.
It might be a video game version of Water World. Robots.
Yeah, that's
Well, were there robots in Water World? I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure there weren't any. They exploded the heart of the world.
Maybe they're like a Jaws ripoff? I think there was a robot Jaws at one point.
But
what are... Whoa.
1,000 moons.
Soon...
I don't think this is Waterworld anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I had my suspicion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rayman. They were talking about that earlier.
So, wait. Do you think this is... Oh.
Yeah.
Rayman 2. Obviously.
Right.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
This is Rayman 2: The Great Escape, the sequel to the first Rayman game for the Genesis? PS1? What was it?
For the PlayStation.
I'm sorry. For the PlayStation. This was released in 1999 for the Nintendo 64 and the PC, which are the superior versions.
And then in 2000 it was released on the Dreamcast and the PlayStation.
Yeah, so eventually it just sort of got ported to every system known to man.
Like, pretty much if you have a video game system, you could be playing Rayman 2 on it right now.
Yeah, so if you aren't, I don't understand why you're even watching this. Go get Rayman 2 and play it right now.
Go play it along with this video.
Yeah.
Make sure you do it exactly the way that we do it.
It's an interactive video.
Yeah.
You follow us on screen and you do exactly what we do.
Because we're really, really good at video.
Yeah.
Like the best, pretty much.
Yeah.
Never stop.
Globox is certainly the best looking character in this whole game, isn't he? I mean,
yeah,
Rayman looks pretty cool, but I think Globox just looks rad as hell. I mean, look at him.
Yeah, he's pretty handsome.
He looks like an upside down taco. Or at least his head does.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, everybody talks in this cool little gibberish. In the PlayStation version, they had actual voice acting.
It was
you can look up
quite
a video,
subpar.
You can look up a video of that if you want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really recommend playing that one.
Yeah, but it's really interesting to wait. Oh, is this the Great Escape?
Yeah, we're doing it. We're escaping right now. This is the whole game.
This is the great. Wow, it's just one long pipe shaft.
Well, it's pretty cool. I mean, he's sliding down a pipe.
That's it?
We're still on the ship, so wait.
That's the Great Escape? That wasn't really that great.
We're totally off the ship now.
Well,
yeah, that was the escape.
Wow, that was a really lame game. Never mind what we said about that.
Yeah.
This game kind of is awful now.
You know, it doesn't really feel like a great escape. Like he did it.
It's like an okay escape.
Yeah, but I suppose marketing, you have to say it's the Great Escape.
Yeah,
otherwise nobody's gonna play the game.
Well, yeah, everybody think it'd just be Rayman's just okay because it's Rayman 2, the okay escape.
Yeah. So here we are in the first actual level.
Yeah, the thing you had in the beginning was just kind of a teaser, I guess, sort of, to the gameplay, but...
Well, it sort of introduces you to the world.
Very basics. And how you got here, I guess. It does do a bit of good explaining. This guy, if you didn't read the text, his name's Murphy, and he just gives you instructions.
Yeah. He is the tutorial for this game, pretty much.
He's pretty interesting. He looks maniacal, but still very friendly.
He's like a nice, terrifying guy.
Yeah. And as you can see, every single time you talk to him, when you press the button to go to the next box of text, it just zooms around.
Yeah. And I wanted to show that when you go to the stone and press F1 to have him come back to you, it literally just says the same thing. It doesn't even change a little bit, so there's no point in those, really.
Yeah, not really. Oh, and the hold down the J to see information of the world. That is actually wrong. You hold down F1 to show information.
Yep. As long as you're not on one of those stones, it shows like a little background information about the Rayman world.
Yeah, it talks about what looms are for, and the formation of the world you live in, and how Rayman came to be. We'll probably post those in the thread.
So, if you've been reading these, you pretty much know how the game works. You walk around, you jump, and then you shoot the little energy balls.
Yeah.
And if you press the jump button again when you're in the air, you make your hair into a helicopter.
And you can glide to places, right?
Yep.
Glide? Oh.
You grab ledges, you know, that's pretty much the whole game right there.
Yeah, that's all the mechanics, really. There isn't too much else, which is kind of nice, because you don't have the same kind of things you have in games like Banjo-Tooie, where you have so many upgrades, it gets kind of cluttered with things you can do, and you just have to sort of try like one of everything before you can figure out some things, and it's just confusing sometimes. I don't know, it's just much better that it's a minimalistic type of gameplay experience.
Yeah, I definitely, like Rayman 2 has a very good setup for how you play it and how everything goes.
Yeah.
I love the stacking mushrooms and other little things like that. The mosquitoes flying around and just stuff like that makes everything look really nice.
Yeah, it's really, especially for the time, 1999, this is a really, really nice looking game. Even on the N64.
Yeah, it is a little bit nicer because it's on the PC, the textures are a bit cleaner and stuff.
And the sound quality is better, because they use better type of MIDI instruments, I guess. Interestingly enough, they don't actually... this wall climbing mechanic doesn't really come into play too often.
Yeah, they explain it right away, and I think there's like 3 or 4 times that it is an important thing to do.
Yeah, you don't really ever use it much, which it could have been used more, but
yeah,
I guess not. Whatever.
I mean, it's still a great game, so they must have known what they were doing.
Must have.
Yeah, translators note "hey" in the Rayman language means "but."
Yeah. Did you know that the Rayman was actually made, it was a French-made game, and so all the gibberish that he sang is like French gibberish?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sorry. This is for them, not for us, okay?
Oh.
Play along.
Alright.
That is pretty interesting, huh?
That's very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Possibly the most interesting. Yes, in case you were unaware, Ubisoft is a French-based
Game company.
And Michel Ancel, who is the lead developer of the Rayman series, also did Beyond Good and Evil, which is also really good.
Oh really?
Yep.
I didn't know that, actually.
He did do that, and then I don't think he was involved in any of the Rayman Raving Rabbids things.
I don't think he would want to be involved in any of those.
I would hope not, and
Yeah.
then he became involved again for Rayman Origins, which is also quite good.
Yeah, check it out. But these teensies, they're actually, I believe they're the only 4 in existence in this game, I believe. Although, you do open cages with some of them in, but you only ever see 4 on screen at a time.
Yeah, I always feel like maybe it's the same one that you keep saving.
Yeah.
And this is the level select area. It's pretty cool because you choose which one of these portals you go into, and then Rayman runs along the side and hops across things. It looks pretty cool, and it's
almost I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm just stuttering.
Well,
right now.
it's more interesting than just having a list of level names and choosing the next one.
Yeah, it sort of gives you the kind of Mario 64 feel where you get to like experience going into the level, and have sort of an overworld, but
the Dreamcast version actually had an overworld.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that before, but
Yeah, you
what,
actually.
what was that like?
I watched a video of it, and you actually just walk over to like an area, and then it takes you to like it's sort of like Sonic Adventure, how they did that.
Oh, I see. Well, that's not bad,
Yeah, it's not bad.
but I think I like this one probably a bit better. These blue looms, if you couldn't already tell, are for like air when you're in the water swimming around. Pretty basic.
And the yellow looms you collect, and basically they don't come into play a whole lot, but as you saw with the first level, you need 5 looms for that, and that does happen a couple more times where you need a certain amount of looms to go to the next level.
Just a couple of times. It's not for like every level, but just I guess like every 5 or so levels.
And really, if you like, the only way you wouldn't have enough looms, I feel, is if you just ignored them on purpose.
Yeah, there's really, as long as you're going through the game correctly and just getting looms that you see, which don't take too much time out of the way of like trying to go through the level, it's, you know, you should be fine. Like, I've never run into a problem.
And for the most part, the looms are like, they're pretty much just right there, and it's not a lot of super hidden ones. Also, I wanted to mention that that's another thing I like about this game, how if you fall into, like, this obviously the deadly water that you're not supposed to swim in, you don't die, you just get hurt and it sends you back a little bit, which I really don't like things where you instantly die in video games. It's pretty much the most annoying thing you can do, is have a thing that just kills you and then you have to play the whole level again.
Yeah, that's really annoying. This is like, this game kind of took the first steps into the modern idea of, you only have like 1 hit or so, or not, you don't have to use lives, I mean, where, you know, you start over and then you just start over at a checkpoint.
Yeah,
so you don't have to keep replaying just really stupid, frustrating parts to get back to the part where you died, and then die again, and then have to go through the same process.
There's also a fair amount of checkpoints. These green looms that we're getting are the checkpoints, and they're pretty generous about them. They give you one after like every one of these little loom areas.
Yeah. They're also really generous about like health and health pickups and stuff.
Yeah, the red looms are the health pickups.
Yeah,
and you've probably seen us getting a few of those.
I'll talk a little bit more about the mechanics of those when the timer thing comes into play. But you have so much health that they just give you that it's almost unfair, to be honest, how much health they give you.
Yeah, for the most part, I can't imagine that you're actually going to like die entirely.
You might die from like 1 hit things like this water, but I don't ever foresee you dying fighting like an enemy or something.
Well, I mean, like, actually dying, like losing all of your health.
Yeah.
That almost never happens.
It happens very, very not often, ever.
Like, I suppose if you're just really awful at a part of the game, and you keep falling into a pit or something.
If you're terrible at video games, then you'll probably die all the time. Because if you have ever gotten an endgame screen in Rayman from losing all your health, you're a terrible video game player.
You probably can't even beat Kirby Superstar.
You should probably just return your copy of Rayman to wherever you bought it from. Just sell your computer if you can't get the download off your computer, because you don't even deserve to play it.
If you can't beat Rayman, we're better than you.
Yes.
Not only at video games, but life in general.
Yeah.
We are better people.
Much better. Interesting note about this right here. It's kind of annoying. You can see it and you can hear it, but you can't actually get that cage in this part of the level right now. You have to go to a different level way later in the game and then come back and get it, which is kind of annoying, but...
Well, I do like how they sort of tease you with that, because you get to see some of the collectibles before you can get them, and that... It's kind of nice, because then you know that there's more to get.
Yeah.
And as opposed to, like, if it was behind several walls and a long hallway.
Yeah, like...
That would be I don't know why you would do that.
I don't know why anybody would ever
But I don't think
hide a loom.
I don't think
or
that would
a
happen.
cage or something.
We don't have to worry about that.
No, never. We'd never have to worry about that. There's a lot of these, like, fish that jump out, these piranha-type fish that jump out all the time, but they're never really a nuisance.
Yeah, they're not. You wouldn't even really consider them an enemy. They're more just like a thing in your way.
Yeah, just an obstacle.
And you can shoot them, and their teeth explode out, and they die.
Oh, holy crap, what's going on? What? Why are these things ticking? I don't understand things.
We did something.
What did we do?
I guess, well, we got all of them before the ticking stopped.
So, did that do anything?
I don't know. What would that have done?
Maybe it gives you more health when you get all of them.
Which seems kind of ridiculous, because don't you get health for each one of those that you pick up as
Yeah,
well?
you do. But that's all I can think of. By the way, that is what happens. If you didn't catch that.
Yes. Which seems kind of pointless, because especially as you can see right now, we don't have too much health, and we haven't we've lost a little bit, I guess. But
yeah, there's never really, like, I could almost go as far as to say, like, this game could have been a game where you could have had, like, 1 or 2 hits and then you die, because you really, really don't need all this health. If you'd have taken out the idea of, if you lose all your health, then you, like, get an end game screen, you probably could have done this entire game with just 1 or 2 hits. It really is that, like,
I wonder what
not
purpose
easy, but
this serves. Like,
what do you mean?
there's just a giant shaft here with kegs falling out of it. You think that they could have had a better way to guard this building?
Like this entrance? Well, they patched up that one blockade. Like,
yeah, they
that
did
one
put
hole.
some Band-Aids on it, so that's something.
I think they're just like dumping that just randomly. Like they're just using that as a shaft to just dump things.
Maybe. So as Murphy just explained, there's a lock-on mechanic in this game, and so all combat is just you lock on to the enemy robot or whatever, and then you strafe a little bit to avoid his energy balls. Energy ball right back at him.
Yeah, you shoot with your fists.
Yep. Basically what I'm saying is this is a huge rip-off of Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, or anything that uses strafing for that matter.
Yeah, that right there, that was pretty much Legend of Zelda entirely.
Yeah, I don't understand why people think this is such an awesome original game.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Lock on.
Pirates? Like,
Yeah.
I can name, like, 3 things that rip, like, Pirates of the Caribbean, Zelda,
Yeah.
Mega Man, he fires shots, jumps.
There was probably a pirate man. I
Yeah.
don't know. They did everything in it, so...
Yeah, pretty much. Man, this game is just... You know, the more I think about it, the more I dislike this game for how much it rips off everything.
Ubisoft is really just...
What a terrible game company.
Yeah, they're awful. They're just stealing ideas from everybody.
They've never made anything that's good, you know, ever.
So anyway... This...
That appears out of nowhere
Yeah,
for some
I don't
reason.
understand. They just lower a metal grate for us to climb up.
Yeah,
But,
just whenever you get near it, it just lowers down for you.
oh well, let's just get up here, which is... Hey, there's an opening.
It's always really interesting that, you know, games like this, or older games, there's always just something placed there for you to get, like, to where you need to go, and it doesn't make sense,
Like,
as far as, like, how the enemies would have designed their,
yeah, like
fortress.
that room we were just in. What was that? There was like a net on the bottom and a laser on top of that, and then a giant switch on the wall to open the door.
Did they expect Rayman to go, like, through there? And
Yeah,
if so,
who's-
like, why didn't they just get rid of the netting?
Who's gonna be in that room, bouncing on that net, trying to flip that switch so they can go in the door?
Yeah,
like,
dude, this game is just... I think I've lost all my faith in Rayman.
yeah, pretty much video games from this time were awful.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody plays anything but like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, you know, like good games.
Yeah, games where you don't just do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Like this.
Like watch mushrooms stack themselves.
Yeah, like there it is again.
Mushrooms don't do that.
Yeah, this game is just unbelievable.
Hurry, find the machine. It's in this only hallway here.
Yeah, Well, I guess it makes sense where the machine would be. You know, underground, powering things, because that's where most of energy comes from. You know, underground.
Yeah, just comes from electricity just arcing into this
Goo.
green liquid. Yeah. That's how I would design a machine if I designed machines.
Yeah. They're also terrible at... Hey, how'd you miss that? Like that...
I don't know. I think he was throwing it and then got hit by that bomb, so it messed up his throw.
But he threw it, and then he got hit by a bomb.
No, it happened at the same time.
Oh.
You're crazy.
Oh.
He didn't do, like, a proper spiral, you know?
Oh, I see. So you had to use the special move in order to, like, pull this off, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you see that beautiful spiral?
I think I did. I think so?
It spiraled.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah. But...
Yep, you basically just do that 3 times.
I don't understand this machine, though. Like you said, it's just arcing, like, goo.
Yeah,
But, like, what does the pipes do? Where do they go?
there's some steam coming out of them.
So, they must create some kind of energy? Do they use, like, steam?
Well, I don't know, there's steam pipes, but then there's a giant arc of electricity. So, is it steam-powered or electricity?
See, what I was thinking, maybe they... Okay, maybe they have a generator somewhere generating power to power this machine so that the electricity burns, or, like, evaporates all the goo, and then the goo creates steam to power this particular machine. That...
Quiet, cutscene.
I'm sorry.
It's you do, yeah. Oh, you're Zabba. Phone to consider one me.
And in case you somehow already forgot, this is Lee who gave Globox the silver lung to give us the ability to shoot from our fists.
No, it's in.
Polkas? Yeah. I'm guessing... Wait. Does she give us something to use?
No, she said she doesn't have enough power to give us back all of our powers.
Oh, okay. 4 masks. Wow, this is just a huge ripoff of Zelda.
Yeah, just
Majora's Mask.
pretty much. Oh, all the energy she's gathered. Here we go. Probably gonna be able to fire rockets now.
Just good Brewster. Do what I need.
Maybe it fixes our eye spasms?
Rayman.
I don't think there's any solution to that.
Laser eye surgery? Maybe that's a thing. There's plenty of lasers right here. Maybe we just stare into them.
I'm pretty sure that's how laser eye surgery works.
Yeah. So now we can just grab onto this loom?
Yep. That's all the energy she had. I guess not that much. But, I don't know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, now we can grab onto that loom. And
Swing across. Yeah. And go, pretty good.
Yeah.
There's the second instance of that climbing. Like, they introduce it, and then they make you use it again right away, and then...
We should just have a climbing counter to keep track of every time we do that.
I'll probably forget to put it in when we get to, like, later
Yeah.
ones, because I won't even remember that we ever climbed before that.
It'll probably, well, even at the end of this, it'll probably just go to, like, 3.
Also, I don't understand this part. Are we in just a giant hole in the ground, or is this supposed to be, like, a big pipe with more pipes in it?
The architectural designs that the pirates have made are just really flawed and
I guess
unrealistic.
I guess the walls sort of look like dirt or something. So, I'll go with that. Just a giant hole, and then put some pipes in it.
Yeah, and there's so much oil.
Pouring into the...
Man, you just destroyed that guy. You
Yeah.
didn't even give him a chance.
I pretty much cheesed that fight, because he shoots where you are instead of where you're going to be. So if you're just slowly floating down, you can't figure it out.
He's so...
For
illiterate.
advanced space robo-pirates, they don't seem to understand anything.
They probably couldn't even play Space Invaders.
Probably not.
Crotch shot?
Yeah, crouch cam is the best cam.
Yeah.
I wish there was a button to switch my camera so that it was always on crouch cam.
Crouch cam's the... Well, it gives you the best view so you can see more that's on the screen.
So, air currents. Stolen from Zelda as well. Wind Waker.
Oh.
You remember that?
What about Mario 3 with the whistle and the tornado? That was technically an air current, right?
I suppose it wasn't the same. Like,
Well,
you didn't play it. It just happened to you.
Oh, okay.
This you control, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And in Wind Waker, you had that leaf thing, and then you jumped off and went into the air currents, and that lifted you up, so...
Yeah.
Pretty much the same game.
Also, why is the cage sound... You know, I can hear it. It sounds like it's right next to me, but I know it's not.
Yeah.
Because as you'll see in a bit, it's at the very, end of this level. But, why does it sound right next to us?
I don't know, I guess they just made it so that when you're near it, it plays, but they didn't program in being quiet.
We found a flaw in this flawless game.
Yeah. No longer one of the greatest 3D platformers.
Well,
probably
wait,
the worst.
maybe we did establish that it's probably one of the worst when we established that it ripped off of all those other games.
I think we established it was the worst even earlier when it lied about being Great Escape. Like, he hardly did anything, and it wasn't really that impressive.
It was like the mild manner escape.
Like, I'll admit it was cool because we were sliding down a pipe, and that's pretty cool, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Okay, not good.
Yeah. How long have we been at these air currents, by the way? 2 minutes?
Feels like hours. It's not quite this bad when you're playing it, but
yeah.
Watching it back,
oh man,
it's pretty slow. Like things like this only happen a couple of times in the game, where it just sort of drags on.
That's good.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's dragging on when you're playing it, unless you don't get all these looms.
Oh, okay.
Like if you don't get any of the looms and you're just using the air currents, you probably get bored because it would feel pointless.
It would.
But you get to do this awesome giant swing, so it's all worth it in the end. 2 minutes for that.
Makes
2
up for
seconds.
everything.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, even the mild manner escape now is much better.
Yeah, and look, we just saved this guy, and he's going over here.
Great cages there, you should not feel less vulnerable. I wonder what he means like that.
Because we're pretty vulnerable right now.
Yeah.
Do an awesome dance. Perfect. And that opens portals. Okay.
That's how I open my doors.
It makes sense to me, yeah. High score. Oh, but Rayman looks pretty upset.
He's the most upset I've
He
ever.
doesn't get to go to the bonus level.